Hello and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today we're analyzing Intel Corporation, ticker symbol Intel. We'll be combining the latest news with a technical analysis of the charts. We'll start by going over recent news about Intel, and then we'll dive into the candlestick charts to identify potential trading opportunities. The goal is to provide you with an unbiased view on whether to be bullish or bearish on Intel and what important price levels to watch. First, let's cover the news. Intel stock closed yesterday at $22.92, down 1.63%. Analyst sentiment is cautious, with a hold rating and an average 12-month price target of $21.95, but recent upgrades have occurred. Intel is shifting its AI strategy to inference, ceding the training market to NVIDIA and AMD. They've spun off RealSense, their computer vision and robotics business, securing $50 million in funding. Additionally, Intel has reduced its stake in Mobileye by selling $1 billion worth of shares. On the bright side, Nokia has chosen Intel Xeon 6 for its 5G core network solutions. Intel is scheduled to release its Q2 2025 financial results on July 24th. Keep this in mind. Now, let's move on to the chart analysis, starting with the daily chart. Looking at the daily chart, we can see a significant drop in August of 2024, taking the price down to around the $20 range. There was some recovery in late 2024, but the stock has been generally trading in a range between $18 and $28 since then. More recently, we saw a peak around the $35 range in July of 2024 and a local peak just a few weeks ago. As you can see, we are currently trading near the $23 range after a bearish downturn. Zooming in on the daily chart, we can see that we had a big gap down several days ago, and now we are in a bearish state. However, it did go up a little today, which could mean it is going to retest a higher price point to find resistance soon. The news of Intel's refocus on AI inference rather than training might be contributing to this bearish sentiment, as the market may perceive this as a strategic retreat. The Mobileye share offload could also be weighing on investor confidence. However, the Nokia partnership could be a positive catalyst, potentially offsetting some of the negative news. Now let's look at the 1-hour chart to get a clearer picture of short-term price action. The hourly chart shows more granular price movements with recent volatility. There's some choppiness in the last few days. The lack of a strong upward trend suggests that the stock is facing resistance at higher levels. In the very short term, we need to monitor the $23 level closely. If it breaks below this, we could see further downside. If it holds, we might see a short-term bounce. However, given the cautious analyst sentiment, it is likely this stock will be bearish for a while. Finally, let's examine the 15-minute chart for a very short-term perspective. The 15-minute chart shows even more detailed price fluctuations. Given the news of the refocus on AI inference and the Mobileye share offload, Intel could retest the recent highs around 23.78 to find resistance there, but this is unlikely. The bearish scenario is more likely, and we could see it test support around $22.50 in the coming days. Remember to do your own research and trade carefully. Good luck, and thanks for watching Explain the Charts.